Hey guys, how's it going, Companion? Today I want to talk about a card that's really just been cool for a long time in Hearthstone. And I do a lot of videos where I talk about what I think's going on in the game, what should happen, possible solutions to make the game a lot more fun. Talk about buffing bad cards, maybe changing some cards to really change the meta in a big way, but it doesn't really matter to some. Cards like Blessed Champion are just cool. They're kind of bad. Well, in the case of Blessed Champion, it's rated like on the very bottom of bad when you see like card ratings on Hearth Arena or something like that. It's just, slightly better than terrible when it comes to Arena. And I mean, you never really see the carding constructed, but it's there. And every now and then, your opponent plays Nefarian against you when you're playing Paladin. Sometimes some magic happens, and well, other times you're just playing Arena, and well, the craziness is real. So, uh, what's going on with this card? I actually played this card in one of the decks that I had considered to play in anticipation for BlizzCon in 2013. It turns out playing a big ass stealth creature like Ravenholt Assassin, and then playing Kings, then maybe waiting a turn, and then maybe playing Blessed Champion. Well, you can do a lot of damage to your opponent, and it's just awesome. And these days, cards like Blessed Champion don't really have any role or anything, but they are just amazing how they shape some games, and they really increase the wild possibilities of what can happen. So, while Blessed Champion might not really be a very good card at all, it would certainly be a pretty damn OP card if it cost just a few less mana, and it really because of the multiplier effect, it makes it so future cards might gain a lot of potential. And yeah, it's just very interesting. Although it's not a very played card, although it's not a very good card, it is one of my favorite cards in the game, just because of the awesome moments it produces and because it's always kind of something. This card was notoriously known as a noob trap when it came to drafting Arena because it looks like a strong card to double the attack of a creature. Well, it's really not. Generally, when you invest heavily in a creature, you want the creature to stick around on the board for a longer time. So when you compare doubling a minion's attack in Paladin side of things to doubling the health of a minion and priest side of things, actually doubling the health tends to mean more when it comes to winning the game in Hearthstone, especially if you're playing on a defensive side. And if you're playing on an aggressive side, it doesn't really make sense to have a card that is a buff and costs a crap load of mana unless you specifically combo for it or get an extraordinarily lucky combination of cards to make it useful. But when you do, it's memorable. And I feel there are some cards that the game can really afford to have that creates these awesome, memorable moments, and Blessed Champion is certainly that. So, love the card. It's not so great. You guys are free to try it, of course, when you play Arena. If you really want to get the most out of it, you have to play in a Paladin deck that has several copies of Blessing of Kings, maybe even Blessing of Might. It does work pretty well with temporary buffs. So if you have like Abusive Sergeant will buff only a temporarily +2, but the Blessed Champion would give it a permanent +2, and it doubles that effect. So there is some cool combo effect that you guys, of course, are free to try, and maybe I'll give it a try someday and construct it if I really, really feel like it. But for now, I wanted to show you guys some of the spectacular moments I encountered with this card in Arena in recent times, and it really shows that even though it's obviously a bad card, even though it's well known to be kind of a terrible card in Arena, even then, sometimes the situation is just right and magic can happen. Enjoy the clips, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Well met.
I don't know any of these people. What do we get? Alright.
X marks the spot.
That's alright.
Reporting for duty.
We have quite a few shows to see though. I don't know when we get to it. But we'll see.
Reporting for
Hmm.
the battle. Straffle will be.
I still haven't seen Game of Thrones. I really, really want to see Game of Thrones. We see Game of Thrones? Okay, we can see Game of Thrones. Tonight? Damn it. We're seeing Game of Thrones tonight. Fuck that.
Not on my
Yes, Game of Thrones.
reporting for duty.
Yeah, I was afraid of that, but we had to play on curve. It's a bad result, but we still have board control with a 5-drop. So we're still winning the tempo game.
Shields up. Red alert.
Hmm. What? How can you die? Best hair.
Red alert.
Okay, that's why we killed that.
Not on my watch.
Whoa.
Weapons ready. Shield sailing.
I was like looking at that message and I thought I saw White Walkers. WW. Walter White. White Walkers. It's the same thing. Same thing.
Reporting for duty.
Well, I'm starting to get wrecked here.
I hear you got a problem.
Instruction begins.
Why not Black Walkers? I don't know. Oh, because they're like snowy and shit. They gotta like camo. They're like elite and stuff, so makes sense.
Give me a quest.
Oh no.
They are banned to my
That's okay, I guess.
problem solved.
Behold the might of Stormwind.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it's been like consecrate. What? Well, that game was a joke. Yeah, I mean, consecrate true silver, kings on divine shield creature, kings bless champion. I mean, come on, paladin. That's great. Now, if I show chat, it'll like crash the site.
Well met.
Slippery. Powering up. Portals online. Shields up. Red alert.
Not on my watch.
That's good.
Weapons ready.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, we'll play around true silver, but we don't play around a 5-drop mech. Thing is, there are like no 5-drop mechs to really worry about. I guess there's that.
Reporting for duty.
Shield sailing. Hurry up.
The battle.
Online.
Man, my turns have sucked so much. I think I've just drawn really bad. Maybe I shouldn't have coined. I don't know. My deck's so low curve, it shouldn't matter.
Will stand ready.
Engage.
The battle. Squire, attention.
I could totally wreck my Consecrate here.
Shoot north, red.
Oh, if I play the Silver Hand Knight, it's like the same as this thing. Oh, am I getting Kodo'd for real? Blessing of Might. Blessed Champion. What? Dude, this should happen yesterday. It's too soon for it to happen again.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, I got a King's Blessed Champion for lethal yesterday.
What you looking at?
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
The battle.
Ready, sir.
There really isn't too much we can do. If he's got 2 damage, just kill me. I don't know. Top deck Kings. Kidding. Can we get it? What? Oh, we got it. We got the rocket at least.